We hit on this just briefly in the last lesson, but I felt like it deserved its own discussion. I was talking about meat prices, and I mentioned that I like chicken about the same as beef, but beef costs 3 to 10 times as much per pound. Now, this brings up the concept of price versus value. Price is what something costs, but value is what I'm willing to pay for it. I enjoy a chicken dinner almost as much as a steak dinner, but a steak dinner will cost me about 8 times as much. However, when ribeye steaks are on sale for only $5.47 a pound, I get the family pack, and I eat steak for a week. Because in that instance, the cost is much closer to my value. I like steak, but I value it at less than its normal price, so I only buy it when it's on sale. Another way to think about this is like this. What is the cost of a good meal out? Well, one of my favorite foods is Texas-style street tacos. And there's this little gas station in Dallas that sells these little street tacos for like $1.50 a piece. Now you could fill yourself with delicious taco goodness for about $6. But on the other hand, if I go on a fancy date to a nice restaurant, you know, the kind with cloth napkins and candle lighting, my meal alone is $60 after tax and tip. Now I'm just as happy eating the greasy tacos in a parking lot, 10 times the price difference, but still a similar level of enjoyment. Now, to be fair, my wife doesn't value tacos the same way that I do, but because I value her, I'm willing to pay a high price to take her somewhere that she enjoys. Now, you could apply this principle to way more than grocery stores and restaurants. Another example is with computers. I know that I could buy a PC with similar specs to an Apple computer for half the price. I know that. But I have a high value for iMacs and MacBooks, so I build my budget to reflect that. Could I save money buying a PC? Of course. Is that where and how I want to save money? No. Price versus value. One more example to help drive this point home is watching movies. You can do it from home with a Redbox or iTunes for as little as $1, or you could go to the theater for like $10. The cost is sometimes similar if you compare a matinee and the risk of forgetting to take back your Redbox disc, but overall, I don't have a high value for going to the theater. Objectively, it's better, no doubt. But personally, it's not great for me. The costs start to add up with 2 tickets, a babysitter, candy, and then no one pauses it for me when I have to go to the bathroom. At home, I've got a decent TV, a comfy couch, and a kitchen full of snacks. So I don't value going to the movies at the same price that the tickets cost. But when I've been given movie tickets before, I loved it. It's awesome when it's free. I just don't want to pay $50 for a movie night. I hear finance experts all the time tell people, stop buying Starbucks, or you wouldn't have credit card debt if you stopped paying $5 for a latte. Now, these experts are really only thinking about cost, and they're not factoring in value. Sure, you can make coffee at home for much cheaper. We all get this. But maybe you're happy to pay the premium for this social component, or to have a place to study, or for a low-pressure first date. It's important to know what things are worth to you. As you think about price and value, the cost of something, as compared to how much joy you receive from it, I want you to identify 2 items, or spending categories. One that you value more than the cost, like for me, it's that Apple computer, and another that you value less than the cost, maybe like me going to the theater. Write these things down next to your budget, or even take an extra minute now and factor them in. Let's get started.